Phurba Tashi, born on November 25, 1974, in the Solukhumbu region of Nepal, is a legendary mountaineer who has left an indelible mark on the world of high-altitude climbing. His early life was rooted in the rugged, mountainous terrain of Nepal, where the towering peaks of the Himalayas loom large in both physical and cultural significance. Phurba was born into a Sherpa family, a group known for their exceptional mountaineering skills, and his connection to the mountains began at an early age. Growing up in a small village near Mount Everest, Phurba was familiar with the dangers and rewards of high-altitude climbing. His father, a former porter and guide, played an essential role in shaping Phurba's future by introducing him to the world of mountaineering. Sherpas have long been the backbone of mountaineering expeditions in the Himalayas, and Phurba's upbringing steeped him in the traditions of his people. With deep respect for the mountains and an innate ability to thrive in extreme environments, at the age of 12, Phurba Tashi began working as a porter, carrying supplies for foreign climbers attempting to summit the Himalayas. His work exposed him to the harsh realities of high-altitude expeditions, where the challenges of weather, physical endurance, and the dangers of the mountains were always present. Though physically demanding, the job taught him the essential skills and mental toughness necessary for a career in mountaineering. Over time, Phurba's abilities as a porter were recognized, and he was given the opportunity to work as a climbing Sherpa, assisting experienced mountaineers during their Everest expeditions. During his early years as a climbing Sherpa, Phurba developed the mental and physical attributes needed for high-altitude climbs. His remarkable stamina, incredible strength, and unique ability to withstand the debilitating effects of altitude made him stand out among his peers. This laid the foundation for his future success, setting him on the path to becoming one of the most prominent mountaineers in Nepal. Career peak, climbing Everest and setting records. Phurba Tashi's rise to prominence in the mountaineering world began with his first successful summit of Mount Everest in 1999. However, this was just the beginning of what would become a legendary career. Over the next 2 decades, Phurba would go on to summit Everest an astounding 21 times, setting a record for the most summits by any individual Sherpa at the time. His unparalleled success in summiting the world's highest peak earned him the reputation of being one of the most accomplished and respected climbers in the world. In 2002, Phurba Tashi's reputation as a world-class climber was solidified when he set a record for summiting Everest 5 times within a single year. This achievement was an extraordinary feat, demonstrating not just his physical prowess, but also his remarkable mental fortitude. Phurba's multiple expeditions to Everest every year showcased his ability to recover from the grueling physical and mental toll of climbing at such high altitudes, a testament to his exceptional endurance and commitment to the sport. Phurba's repeated successful summits were not only remarkable in their frequency, but also in their consistency. Unlike many climbers, who may only summit Everest once or twice, Phurba's repeated success was due to his intimate knowledge of the mountain, honed over years of experience. His ability to navigate the technical challenges of Everest, coupled with his understanding of the mountain's behavior, weather patterns, and potential hazards, made him an invaluable asset to any expedition. In addition to summiting Everest, Phurba Tashi played a crucial role in many high-profile expeditions. His leadership skills, paired with his technical expertise and high-altitude experience, were highly valued by foreign climbers, teams, and mountaineers. He was often called upon to help guide foreign climbers to the summit, ensuring their safety and success in navigating Everest's treacherous terrain. Phurba became known not just as a skilled climber, but as a guide and mentor, someone who embodied the Sherpa's reputation for being the backbone of high-altitude expeditions. Main achievements, records, and recognition. Phurba Tashi's primary achievements are centered around his extraordinary success in summiting Mount Everest, his contributions to high-altitude mountaineering, and his influence on the global mountaineering community. With 21 summits of Mount Everest to his name, Phurba was recognized as one of the foremost experts on the world's highest peak. His records and achievements include Record number of Everest summits. Phurba Tashi's 21 summits of Mount Everest made him one of the most accomplished climbers in the world. His record was groundbreaking and established him as one of the most accomplished Sherpa mountaineers in history. The first Sherpa to reach the summit 10 times. Phurba was the first Sherpa to reach the summit of Mount Everest 10 times, a feat that showcased his incredible endurance and expertise in climbing the world's highest mountain. Multiple summits in a single year. In 2002, he summited Everest 5 times in 1 year, a record for Sherpas. This remarkable achievement highlighted his ability to climb repeatedly in quick succession, a feat that required extraordinary physical and mental strength. Influence on mountaineering techniques. Phurba Tashi was known for his deep knowledge of the mountain and the use of traditional techniques. While many climbers relied heavily on modern technology, Phurba's expertise in navigating Everest without relying on expensive equipment or technical gadgets earned him the respect of the mountaineering community. Mentorship of young Sherpas. Throughout his career, Phurba took it upon himself to train and mentor young Sherpas, passing on his knowledge and skills to the next generation of climbers. His legacy goes beyond his personal achievements. It is also rooted in his commitment to helping others from his community succeed in mountaineering. Environmental advocacy. As a Sherpa, Phurba was acutely aware of the environmental impact of mass tourism on Mount Everest. He was an advocate for environmental conservation on the mountain, working to raise awareness about waste management and the preservation of the Everest region's fragile ecosystem. Phurba's contributions to mountaineering were not limited to his record-breaking climbs. His role in advancing the sport, mentoring young climbers, and advocating for environmental sustainability made him a truly unique figure in the mountaineering world. Challenges and setbacks. Despite his incredible success, Phurba Tashi's career was not without challenges. The physical and emotional toll of repeatedly summiting Everest was immense, and the dangers associated with high-altitude climbing were always present. One of the most significant challenges Phurba faced was the increasing commercialization of Everest expeditions. As the number of climbers attempting to summit the mountain increased, so did the risks associated with overcrowding and poor decision-making. Phurba's own safety and the safety of his fellow climbers were often threatened by the growing number of inexperienced climbers, who sometimes put themselves and others at risk due to poor preparation or disregard for the dangers of the mountain. Despite these challenges, Phurba remained dedicated to his work, always putting the safety of others before his own. He understood the risks and dangers of Everest better than anyone, and this wisdom often made him the guiding force behind successful expeditions. Another personal challenge that Phurba faced was the growing awareness of the emotional and physical toll that repeated high-altitude climbing can take. Over the years, many Sherpas have expressed concerns about the long-term impact of climbing on their health. For Phurba, the physical strain of repeatedly summiting Everest began to weigh heavily on his body, leading him to contemplate the future of his climbing career. Despite the risks, Phurba's passion for mountaineering never waned. He remained dedicated to the mountain, his community, and his role as a guide and mentor. Over time, he transitioned from leading expeditions to focusing more on training and supporting the younger generation of climbers in Nepal. Final years and legacy. In recent years, Phurba Tashi has reduced his participation in high-altitude expeditions, transitioning to a more reflective and mentoring role. While he has officially retired from climbing Mount Everest, he continues to work closely with the next generation of Sherpas, ensuring that they are well prepared for the physical and mental demands of mountaineering. His influence extends far beyond his personal climbs, as he has become a key figure in promoting the welfare and recognition of Sherpas in the mountaineering world. Through his work with various organizations and foundations, Phurba has become an advocate for the Sherpa community, raising awareness about their contributions to the climbing world and advocating for better working conditions, improved safety measures, and sustainable mountaineering practices. His commitment to the Sherpa people and their future is a central theme of his life's work. Phurba Tashi's legacy as one of the greatest mountaineers of all time is secure. With 21 successful summits of Mount Everest and numerous records to his name, he has earned his place in the annals of mountaineering history. But his true legacy lies in the countless lives he has touched through his mentorship, advocacy, and leadership. He remains a symbol of resilience, dedication, and the enduring spirit of the Sherpa community. Achievements at a glance. Number of Everest summits, 21. First Sherpa to summit Everest 10 times. Most summits in 1 year. 5 summits 2002. Mountaineering mentorship. Trained and guided numerous Sherpas. Environmental advocacy. Worked to raise awareness about environmental sustainability on Everest. Conclusion. Phurba Tashi's life and career reflect the extraordinary spirit and resilience of the Sherpa people. From humble beginnings in the mountains of Nepal to becoming one of the world's greatest mountaineers, his achievements are a testament to the dedication, skill, and fortitude required to conquer the world's highest peaks. His legacy continues to inspire mountaineers, Sherpas, and climbers around the world, and his contributions to the mountaineering community and his dedication to his people will be remembered for generations to come.